Hello students, and today we are doing Open Office and Excel in Open Office. Okay, so today I'll tell you what is consolidation. So data consolidation. Consolidation means when we are combining data of one or two sheet or three sheet and displaying the data onto the next sheet. So here I prepared some sheets like sheet 1 it is containing data, and sheet 2 is also containing some data, and I'll combine the result of both the data and I'll display it in the third sheet on this sheet 3. Got it students? Now this is an open office and it is different from the normal office package. Got it? So students, what we have to do is we have to search for the consolidation option which is available in the data tab. See students, I clicked on the data tab and there is a consolidate option which is available here. So what I'll do, I'll delete it first. I'll delete it also. And now what I have to do is just I have to select the source data range. So I'll select the source data range from here and I'll select my entire data of sheet 1. So I have selected and I will add it. See students. Now again I'll select the source data range of sheet 2. So now I have selected it. Now I will add it. Got it? So now students, what I will do, now I have to display the result of the third sheet. For that I'll go to this section, copy result to, where I want to copy my data. So I'll just select it and I'll go to the sheet 3 and I'll select some of the portion where my data is to be displayed. So this I have selected, here I want my data to be displayed, and what I'll do, I will just add it also. Now what I will do, I will go to the more option and I also want to consolidate data by row label and column label. So when my data get displayed, it should have rows and columns both. Okay students, so I'll click on OK now. See, I got my data back here as you are able to see. So students, this is consolidation. This is actually consolidation students. So if you can do the total of the cells which I have taken, so it has shown. So I have taken marks in both the sheets. Marks of Manish was 90 and here also 90, and here the total is 180. Likewise it is for all the subjects students. Got it? So what was the use of row label and the column label? So if I would have not checked those, if I would have not selected those options, so I would not be able to get these Manish, Rahul, Mohit, these rows and these columns, Hindi, English, maths. Got it students? So but one thing was more there. So if I'll make any change in the data, like if I'll put the marks here 100, okay, but there would not be any change here. There would not be any change. If I'll go back, I'll go to if I'll go to students consolidate in the data tab. So there is an option in the more part, if you can see here, and it is linked to data source like this here. So link to data source, if you have to select here, if you are selecting this option, if you are clicking OK, then see now it has become 190 students. 100 plus 90, now it is 190, which means that yes, if you are making any change in the data source, so sheets are linked, so the changes will reflect in the final sheet also in which you have displayed the data. So all these options you must know, because a question can be asked that what is consolidate. So you have to draw this, and here are a lot of functions available, but I made use of a sum function because I was doing sum. So there are many other functions also which will which you can use. So first of all it will show function, then you have to write the consolidation range, then source data range, and where you have to copy the result. Got it? So this you have to learn, this diagram you have to make in your notebook also. Got it students? I'll be sending a screenshot of this, try to learn it and try to note down it in your notebook. Now students, with this I'll tell you one important feature, that is a goal seek. So students, when you were in class 7th, so I told you this feature. So right now also I want to tell you this, what is the use of a goal seek. So goal seek, you know what is the use of a goal seek students? Goal seek is used to change the value of one cell by adjusting the value of another cell. Got it? So we can change the value of one cell and by adjusting the value of another cell. So I found this total is very less, 312. Marks of science are very less. Okay, so I can change the total by changing the value of science. I'll show you how. For goal seek also you have to go to tools. Okay, goal seek option is available in the tools. So I have gone to the tools, I'll select the goal seek option. Here three options are coming. First is a formula cell. Okay, what should be your formula cell? That is the total. So I am selecting this total option. Got it? So what is the target value? So I will increase my target with 50. Means I will make the science marks 78. Got it? So I will make these means I want to make the science marks 78. So what I am doing, I am increasing I am doing increment of 50. So I'll add 50 here. I will make it 362. Got it? 362 I have made it. And the variable cell is the cell whose value is to be changed. Now I want to adjust the value of science because science marks are very less. So what I will do now, I have adjusted all the things. In the formula cell I have given what? I have selected where I have put the formula, and the target value means the value which I want to put, like 362 I want to make 312 should be replaced by 362. And the variable cell, what is the variable cell? Variable cell is of science, and to get a target of 362 the value of science will be adjusted. Got it, students? Now I'll click on OK. See what happened, my goal seek is now successful. Now the science marks are 78 students. So this is a goal seek feature, and this allows to adjust the value of to change the value of one cell by adjusting the value of another cell. So students, with this I have also brought one thing for you all, sheet 5. Here I'll tell you the use of a subtotal. So how subtotal works, students? Here I have prepared a sheet. So subtotal, what subtotal is doing here? So we have purchased some items in the month of Jan, and their quantity is 67, then on Feb, then on March. What it will do, it will show the total of each month together. So if we have purchased something in the month of Jan, it will show the combined result of Jan with one total, combined result of March with a one total, and then it will show you the grand total. So if you remember in class 7th also I have told you this. Got it, students? So I'll go to the data tab for this, and I will select which option? Subtotals option. So here is a subtotal option available. So for that what we have to do is we have to select our data first. So this is my data, and then what I am doing, I am going to the data tab and I'll select the subtotals option. Now it is showing that what we have to do, yes, we have to group by month, because we have to we need the total of each month. So how much item we have purchased, and we have to calculate the subtotal for quantity. So we need how much quantity we have purchased and on which month. Got it? And we need the total for that. So it is very simple. Now this is a subtotal window. It is appearing. Here are some of the functions given, but I am making use of a sum function, students. Got it? So now I have selected month. Here I have selected the quantity. What I'll do, I'll just click on OK option. Okay, OK button. See, now here we are able to get what we have purchased in the month of Feb. Feb only keyboard we have purchased, and the quantity was 54. In the month of Jan we have purchased two items, two mouse, and their quantity was 67. Total is given 134. Likewise in the month of March we have purchased printer, mouse, and their quantities are 56, 78. Total is 134. And after all, the grand total of all the items is 322. So overall we have purchased 322 items, students. Got it? So this was about finding the subtotals. Okay, thank you, students.